I've now lived the East Coast and the West Coast and the middle of the country, so I'm pretty much coast to coast, so impressive, I know. And welcome back to another episode. Today I'm going to walk you through the first day of the week. Pretty much today has been mostly dedicated to editing my video from last week. Again, it's only 4 days, but I'm going to do it every week and then hopefully film at least a minute of something every day, if not more. I wanted to update you guys because if you read any of my descriptions in the last couple of videos, I've been really struggling with Adobe Premiere Pro, and then today I finally contacted Adobe Premiere Pro and then they might have fixed it. I'm hoping if you guys watched the video, it's called The Night of the Pink Moon Fiasco. If you watched that video, I hope you know there's a noticeable difference. Fun story. The last two videos, my coming out video and Someone You Loved, I had to go to Zoom and record my screen and then put it into Adobe Premiere and then export only the audio from the real video into the Adobe Premiere project with the Zoom video. And after that was when I was actually able to export it to put it on YouTube. This time, I was finally able to do it without having to do that workaround because it was a giant workaround. And I just really wanted to share that because that was like a huge accomplishment because it's been over a month. I've edited a lot of things and it wouldn't export, a lot of media encoder crashing, and it was really frustrating. So I felt like it needed to be honored and projected that I accomplished that. I'm planning to do a movie review tomorrow. I promised my friend I would go see a horror movie that he told me was going to be extremely scary, but he said don't watch the trailer, and he offered to get me red vines. And when somebody offers to get me red vines, that's when you know that there should be a red flag. It should go up because red vines are my coping mechanism. I use them when I know I'm going to get scared, so that way instead of peeing my pants, I'm able to stomach what's happening on screen. So guys, I was going to a movie. I went to the dollar store and they were out of red vines. A bit of pickle. I'm going to hope the theater has some because last time I went to this theater, they did not. It's right there. It's kind of beautiful. So I'm in the theater. And good news. I was able to actually find red vines. I'm in the theater alone. That's why I'm recording. So what? Horror movie all the way. Check back in after. It's now after the movie. I'm not going to review the movie. I'm just going to tell you because it's part of this video. If you want to see the actual movie review, go to the movie review of Separation. Because I put it in this week-long video, I just wanted to tell you, I don't just get red vines for horror movies. I get them if there's a prospect of getting scared, and usually there has to be enough in a trailer that I think that'll even happen. All I can say is that was a waste of red vines. I just finished the movie review. Normally, I'm not that sassy. Normally, I don't have that much opinion about a film I watch, but like, that movie was a lot. That was my Friday. Got that. I went to a movie and I edited a lot today, and that's it. Okay. Hello, everyone. It's now Friday. I'm just sitting here and I'm going over things in my head. There are things that happen that like set me back when it comes to depression. Because I was having like a pretty good day today because I said I was going to do like depression date ranges, and I feel like on Friday, it was running at like a 1 or 2, very low. Sometimes something small can happen. Maybe one of your triggers that start you off in having a big depression. Trying to like stop myself from going there because I live alone. None of my family's nearby and I don't talk to them a lot. Some people I do. Majority of them I don't. So loneliness is a huge thing for me. So I'm trying to figure out how I can still be happy and not have to feel like somebody's there in a room with me to not feel lonely, because I feel like that just sets you up for always being depressed when loneliness and anxiety because of that is just always in your head. I just wanted to share that because it's not something I've dived into yet, but it is something that happened today. And I need to take a moment just to check in with myself and be like, okay, so we're feeling this way. How can we get out of there and how can we move through it so that way so it doesn't ruin my day? Like, as for seeing my anxiety and my loneliness talk, I appreciate it. Hello everyone, it's Saturday. Today I decided to go watch a different movie just to let some of the burn out of my system from the previous film I went to. Not only that, but I decided when I came back that I was going to continue working on the script for the project I'm working on this summer. It definitely had a lot of things clarified for me that are going to help me make a decision of where to go from here. No matter what, by the end of the year, I'm planning to move to a different state location. I've now lived the East Coast and the West Coast and the middle of the country, so I'm pretty much coast to coast, so impressive, I know. I just wanted to make sure that I checked in with you guys today because I did say I wanted a check-in every day. Today my depression level was kind of more leaning towards a 5 or a 6. Usually on a good day I don't like sense it, but a lot of the way I was feeling today was very groggy and slow, and it just felt very like akin to what I usually am. Hello everyone, it's now Sunday. I decided to take a walk to the park that's close by to my house. I guess the smarter thing would be to do it now when it looks like it's about to have a storm outside, but I've just been going through a lot of stuff mentally in my head, and I just felt like I couldn't be inside my apartment anymore. So I don't know whether or not it's depression. So I'm gonna, for like today, I'll probably be like, my depression's level like a 5 or a 6. because I just realized that like I hate being alone. It's like one of my biggest problems. I realized that I have to figure out how to work through that because for so much of my life I've pushed aside that feeling of being alone with the promise that eventually it's going to get better. But when it stays the same and it never gets better, it starts to feel like, what's the point? What am I waiting for? I just feel like I have to deal with whatever feeling I have that makes me feel lonely all the time. The answer to that question is the majority of my life, everybody in it, like my parents, my sisters, especially during childhood, always like pushed aside with the promise of once this happens, then we'll be the family that we always dreamed of. Like once this happens, you'll have a better life. Once this happens, I'll finally love you like I'm supposed to love you, but I can't do that right now because of all the stuff that I need for myself, even though I was a young kid at the time, didn't have control over the situation. I realized that because I was doing that for so much of my life and I'm still doing it, it's not good for me, and it's definitely not good for my situation. I'm starting to feel like my entire life I've just been pushing everything inside of me down in the hopes that tomorrow or like some distant future day it'll all get better. Like if I meet that one person who completes me, if we're gonna be corny, and my friends are there for me. I'm not complaining about like their level of friendship. I don't have a constant in my life. I really don't. I don't have somebody there like that like checks in with me to make sure I make it home safe. That's always been a huge thing for me, and I've always felt like I was very close to being homeless because I was told by my parents that they would kick me out as a kid for things that it didn't seem like they would logically be the solution for what was going on. So I just shut myself down because I heard that so often. But now I feel like it's leading to more problems because I taught myself not to feel. In order to do that, I had to embrace the loneliness, hoping that one day it would get better. Like, oh, I can embrace this feeling until, you know, my dad finds somebody who wants to be there for both of us. When he did, she didn't want to. So I can't fault her for that because like my dad's the one who chose to still be with this person because she told him and then he told me. That did a lot of damage to me. It made me feel very undesirable, like as a human being. And like I was already getting at school, when you feel so undesired by your whole family, and then you go to school and then you feel so unbearably undesired there as well, it starts to have a toll on you. And my solution to that was to shut myself down and to kind of erase myself from myself, my own sense of being. And I'm just tired of it because something happened to me on Friday that it shouldn't be as big of a problem that it is. It affects me a lot because it triggers all the emotions of being promised something by somebody and then them choosing to just cut me out of their life for an important situation like it doesn't matter, and that it's really triggering for me, and I can't keep engaging myself in that situation as it starts to have a toll on me and it starts to really affect my depression and my mental health. And I'm trying to figure out, and that's why I'm trying to figure out my loneliness situation, because my sense of loneliness and my sense of happiness, my sense of like not being depressed shouldn't be based on other people's treatment of me. And for so long it has been that I'm finally over it, and I just need to work away to not need other people to make me happy. And that statement I just said really scares me because it makes me feel like I'm saying to myself, okay, in order to be happy, I have to accept the fact that I will never be loved. That's how that statement feels to me. It's not true. This vlog that I'm doing right now is like the diary that I'm planning to leave for myself to know when I am better that it was this bad before, because I don't have anybody who's like checking in with me every day, and I've been working on integrity, and integrity is supposed to be about doing the right thing even when nobody's watching, but nobody's ever watching, ever. I've never had anybody watch me. When I'm alone, I'm alone. Nobody's checking in on me. Nobody's ensuring that I'm healthy, and it's not right. And I don't want to live in that situation anymore. I want to work on myself to be more happy, and I don't want other people to hold me back from, one, my dreams, but two, my own mental health. I think it's stupid and selfish that I just can't do it anymore, and I wanted to like come to the park and kind of relax and be away from my habit so I can make a decision today in order to change it so I can be the version of myself that I know I can be. That'll be better and won't have to rely on other people to make him happy. Okay, I think I said everything I wanted to say today. Just so you guys know, this has nothing to do with what I'm talking about, but like I've never been like a YouTuber who has walked around with a camera and has talked to it in the middle of like public, and like people have been walking past this park that I'm in as I've been talking, and it's like a real like mind freak of a moment because like I'm always like, I probably look like some idiot talking to like a tiny camera, but it's helping me not care anymore. It will also boost my own like confidence because that's really what I'm aiming for. Alrighty, that's it, and I will check in with you guys either tomorrow or the next video. I'm gonna go home and write more of my project, and then maybe work on my book for a little bit, and then I'll see you guys then. It's now Monday, and I've done this opening like 10, 15 times for Monday. I wanted to say that I'm doing better because it's Monday, and logically, depression should go away, or like the thing that was depressing you should kick it out of your life in order to not be depressed anymore. It's not that simple for me. All I can do is try to work through it and not allow it to like continuously affect me in a negative way, and that's something I'm working on, because if I do, then I will never not be depressed, because it's a thing that happens consistently, and I'm kind of tired of it, and I didn't want to address it, so I was trying to make this a little happy Monday spiel, but like it's definitely affected me a lot today. I don't know if it's depression or if more anger. I don't know what it is, but I feel like, to be fair to you, I've said it's been 5 or 6 the last couple of days. My depression does lie around there. My anger is more like closer to 10, but like I don't know who I'm angry at more, me or somebody else, but it's really frustrating because I want to get closure on or like move past it. I don't know where to get that closure, to put it lightly. Right now, I told you that like depression has a way of sinking back in. I did a video a couple of weeks ago where I was talking about how like I was cleaning. I did clean. This isn't, so when you see this, know that it's not the same mess. I did clean, but then all of this happened. I could feel bad about it. I kind of do. All I can do is process that it happened again, figure out what I was doing and why I was allowing it to happen a second time, and then figure out how to change it, because I'm just so sick of wallowing. It's Tuesday, everyone. Today's kind of been a slow day because I woke up and I did not feel well, like at all. I definitely went to bed early, but then I didn't get up till like 11 or 12, how bad I was feeling. I had some soup and like a sandwich, and like I'm starting to feel a little bit better, but usually if you have stress in your life, that usually is the major reason that you're ill. I scheduled myself for a whole bunch of shifts this morning, but I had to cancel them all because I like could not move. I was so weak, and it's gotten better, so I'm gonna go out and do something, and I'm hoping that it stays away so that way I can enjoy the rest of my week and the weekend. Today I was able to come to the realization that my time does matter, no matter where I spend it or what I'm doing or who I'm with. That moment of time should matter, and if it doesn't, I shouldn't be there. That realization has helped me a lot because it made me feel so much stronger than I felt for so much of my life. For so much of my time, I feel like I have been grasping for time spent with other people, and I realized that really your life is about these moments that you choose to have, whether that's like on vacation or like your job or like anything you're spending your time on. At the end of the day, when you die, those moments of time are all that's left of you. And that realization helped me so much because I felt so much value in my decision to no longer allow anybody to not perceive my time as worth theirs, because it does so much damage when it's not treated that way, or not allowing myself to be in situations anymore where that's the perception. It means I have respect for myself. It means I have respect for the things I'm doing. It means that if I choose to do something, I'm doing it because I want to be there and not because of some obligation that I feel like I have to do. Doing something for somebody else is a huge thing for me. I should have realized a lot sooner that also doing things for myself should matter just as much. But like the theme of this week is loneliness, and I've never valued being alone before. This week has really allowed me to realize that there is power in being alone, and the choice of going and dedicating a certain amount of time to other people is an important one that shouldn't be perceived lightly. Anybody out there, like no matter what you're doing, just like take a second and like take a breath and then really think. 1, is what you're doing making you happy? 2, is it getting you towards a goal that you value, like deep in yourself? Is it something that even though it sucks now, will really give you a sense of accomplishment later? 3, once you have those 2 answers, make sure the time you're not spending on your happiness and your own goals, that it's appreciated by those who you're sharing your time with. There's so much damage to be done to other people when you casually take them in and out of your life. I've never been that type of person. I have always made sure that if I'm there with someone, I'm giving them 100% of my concentration and my time, because sharing a moment with anybody takes a lot out of them from things that they could possibly be doing. So I want to make sure that we're both there and we're both valuing the time spent to help one another. It's like a sense of community. Like we should be there for each other. To selfishly just accept something and not to realize that this other person is also giving up a lot of their own time that they could be spending on themselves to achieve something that you need is important. I wanted to share that because that's really hit me hard tonight. Felt like it's something that needed to be said. It is now Wednesday, and I decided that every week from now on, I'm going to close out the video with a weekly weigh-in, mostly for myself, but also because I am trying to lose weight. Right now, I feel like it's going to be mostly my baseline, so we can go up or down from here, just so I can track myself. myself. I did want to make sure that, because it's a diary, that I am open and I am sharing exactly where I am in my journey. Before we get there though, I wanted to say a couple good news. Look at this video. I was pretty impressed yesterday when I went onto YouTube and I typed in my YouTube channel, and that was the first thing that came up. That made me really happy and excited, and I wanted to share that with you guys because it wasn't always that way. Usually it's just Grand Central, the train station, but luckily now when you type in my name, I show up first. So I wanted to share that with you guys, some good news before I close out this video, and here we go. Let's start doing this weekly weigh-in. Thank you guys so much for watching. That's it for this week's episode. If you like what you saw, make sure you leave a comment, you like, you share with anybody you want to share it with. And as always, if you are subscribed, tap that bell button. You can get notified when I post more videos. If you're not, just subscribe. You know, what does it hurt? Nothing, except, help me out a little bit. That's all. I'll see you guys next time, and I appreciate you guys watching this video. Bye!